To select a locomotive with the UT4 throttle, you dial in the number or address of the locomotive with your 4 address selector switches. Today we're going to select address 8857. So we turn the first dial to 8, second dial to 8, third dial to 5, and the last dial to 7. So we now have 8857 dialed in, and I'm simply going to select that address by holding the Loconet cable with the plug right behind my fingers and the tab up, and then I'm going to plug it into a UP5 panel, a Loconet port. To activate the various sound functions on this particular locomotive, we go to the keyboard of the UT4, F1, and this particular locomotive causes the bell to ring. Notice the bell rings even though I'm no longer holding the button down. That's because F1 is a latching key. Press F1 again to turn the bell off. To blow the horn, we press the 2 key. The horn only blows when the key is actually pressed down. That's because on Digitrax throttles, the 2 key is a non-latching key, meaning you have to hold the key down to activate that particular function. F3 gives us coupler clank on this particular sound locomotive. Again, it is a latching key. There are other sounds available on this particular locomotive that you can access with the keyboard. If you want to access a function higher than function 6, we hold the shift key and press down on the particular key that we want to activate. In this case, I pressed the F11 key. If I hadn't pressed the shift key, I would have activated the 5 key. We can also mute the sound on this particular throttle with the F8 key by pressing the shift key down, holding it down, and pressing F8. The locomotive is now muted. If I were to press this same key without having the shift key depressed, nothing would happen. If I press the shift key again, press the 8 key, the sound comes back. Now that same key has reverted to the key that blows the horn. When I'm through running the locomotive with this throttle, the easiest way to remove the locomotive from the throttle is to simply turn one of the address selector switches to a different address. The locomotive is now removed from this throttle, and the throttle will no longer control that locomotive.